doing?
Welcome back to my channel. So I have another story time for you guys. I know I was supposed to have it up yesterday. I am so sorry. For those of you guys that follow me on Snapchat and Twitter, you guys know that I just wasn't feeling like myself yesterday. I just needed a day. So thank you to all of my beautiful Glamazons that were so supportive and so understanding. Thank you guys so much. I just needed a fucking minute. I am back with another story time and we about to turn up on a Friday. Yes, girl. Today's story time is kind of impromptu because I completely forgot about this story. The other day I was talking on the phone with my mom, as I usually do. We talk all the time, and she had just watched one of my previous story times about Robert, and she actually reminded me of one of the most embarrassing moments of my entire life that involved Robert, and the fact that my mom caught my boyfriend watching porn. Yes, Mama Glamour caught my boyfriend watching porn. So I have to explain all of this. So Mama Glamour had to bring up all the past and spill all the tea that I completely forgot about. So I want to let you guys know what the fuck happened. So if you guys would like to hear about the time that my mother, Mama Glamour, caught my man watching porn, keep on watching. As usual, before we get into the story time, today's glamour shot of the day is my beautiful Glamazon, Tiffy. Tiffy, girl, you look amazing. Thank you so much for being one of my beautiful, amazing Glamazons. Could not do this without you. I would not be here without you. Your love and support means the entire fucking world to me. Thank you so, so much, Tiffy. Now let's get into the video. Okay, so this story starts out like it was towards the tail end of Robert and I's relationship. I remember that. It was like literally a few months before we ended up breaking up. So it was like the tail end of our relationship. Ooh, I got something in my eye. Hold on. Started out one day I got really sick. Now I don't get sick often, but this time I just remember being really fucking sick. When I say sick, I'm talking like mocos everywhere, like cold sweats, and I was like having the worst cold ever. You know, like when you're really sick and you just want your man to just coddle you and just wait on you hand and foot, and finally it's like the other way around and he could take care of you and just baby you. Like that's what I wanted. I just wanted Robert to like baby me because I was feeling so sick. So I had texted Robert and I was like, hey, like I have a cold. Can I please just come hang out at your house? Like, you know, can you just take care of me? Like I'm feeling so sick. I had gone over to Robert's house and I'm telling you guys, I was a fucking mess. I was coughing. I was blowing my nose, like no sexiness anywhere to be found at all whatsoever. I went over there solely for him to take care of me and make me feel better. And the way that his house was set up was it was like a 3-story house basically. And the bottom level was the basement, but the basement had a room and a full-size bathroom, and that's where Robert stayed. Robert's room was in the basement. The main floor was like the living room and the kitchen and the dining room, and then the top floor was his mom's room, and then it was his mom's room and then Victor's room upstairs, right? And there was like a loft on the 3rd floor, and it was basically like you could look over the banister on the 3rd floor and be able to see the main floor, if that makes sense. So it was like a lofty thing up there, like on the landing. That's where they had their computer room. Like it was like their computer room, you know, like they had like a computer and a desk up there. So I went over to his house. We had the house to ourselves because Victor had school. Of course, his mom had work. And so it was just me and Robert there, right? I go over there and he takes me downstairs immediately. He lays me in his bed and then he disappeared upstairs, right? So I'm like laying in his bed. I'm like coughing and sneezing and I'm like all fucking mess, y'all. Like I was so sick, okay? He disappeared upstairs. He was up there for a while. And then when he came back downstairs, he had a bowl of chicken noodle soup and then he had a bottle of NyQuil. I was like so ready for the soup. I was so hungry. So I was like really thankful for the soup. But then I looked over at the NyQuil like, the fuck is that? What is that? Why you got NyQuil? Why you trying to give me NyQuil? NyQuil was created by the devil himself, okay? Because NyQuil fucks my shit all the way up. I take NyQuil and it's like taking 5 shots of tequila and it knocks me the fuck out, and then I wake up with a legitimate hangover. I knew that I didn't react well to NyQuil, but the only good thing about NyQuil is that like after I got over the initial hangover, when I would wake up after taking NyQuil, I would feel better. My cold symptoms would subside, and you know, it was just like the initial fucking hangover feeling after like waking up from NyQuil that I fucking hated because I felt like I was so drugged up. I would feel like I had a full night of partying, girl. Like, it was no joke. I looked at that NyQuil like, what the fuck is that? Like, why are you trying to give me that? Like, I'm not about to take that. And Robert, like, talked me into taking it, basically, and was just like, you know, you get better when you sleep it off, which is absolutely true. The best thing that you can do when you're sick is to sleep it off and wrap yourself in covers, make yourself hot so that you can sweat everything out, right? So he talked me into taking this NyQuil, and he was like, you know, just take it. You're going to feel better. Like, when you wake up, you know, you'll just feel 10 times better, and you just need to sleep it off. I took a whole cup of NyQuil, which is a lot for me, okay? I don't know if any of y'all can fucks with NyQuil and still function. Y'all's the real MVP, because your girl can't do it. I can do tequila. I could do vodka, girl. I could do anything, but not no NyQuil. NyQuil will have my ass laid out. I hit this NyQuil, and I remember we were watching TV, and like, we were watching Maury, okay? Watching this girl, and she was trying to figure out who her baby daddy was, right? And then I just ended up fucking knocking out. And I remember before I passed out, I was in the bed. Robert had like a little futon next to his bed, and that was like where he played his video games. He was sitting on the futon and gave me the entire bed so that I could just like be comfortable. I had the most realistic, crazy ass fucking dreams, like on some Alice in Wonderland shit. Every time I take NyQuil, I dream, and like, it's so real, and like, it's just so fucking crazy and shit that doesn't even make sense, right? I remember having the most intense, crazy ass, like all over the place dreams, right? Usually I take NyQuil, you could literally have a full-blown bomb-ass party around me, and my ass will not wake up, because NyQuil knocks my ass out, okay? I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what woke me up. I have no fucking clue. There was no noise. There was no nothing. I just woke up. I was like covered in sweat. I had been cold sweating so much, and I was like dreaming so intensely that I like was sweating so fucking much. I felt like I had taken like 5 shots of tequila, and I was like waking up drunk, and the room was like spinning, and all I could think was, I'm really thirsty, because I had been sweating and sweating and sweating. So I looked over at my phone. I had only been asleep for like a little over an hour. I like leaned over, and I was like, can you please get me a glass of water, to Robert, right? Because he was sitting on the futon. No response. I opened my eyes, and I looked over there, and Robert was nowhere to be found. And so I was like, Robert. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to go get this shit myself. So my drunk ass gets up out of the bed, okay? And it's legit like I'm drunk as fuck. Keep in mind, he's in the basement, so I have to climb stairs to get to the main floor so that I can get my water, right? So I get up, and like, I literally crawled up his stairs. Like, I was like fucking crawling like the damn exorcist up those stairs. So I go into the kitchen, and I grab me a glass from the cabinet, and as soon as I do that, I hear moaning. My drunk ass mind, okay, because I'm drunk off of NyQuil right now. Oh, fuck no. Robert has another bitch here, and they're fucking upstairs, because that's where the sound was coming from. This moaning was coming from upstairs. I don't know what the fuck I thought I was gonna do, even if that were true. Like, you're drunk as fuck, Nikki. Like, you're fucked up off NyQuil. You're sick as fuck. Like, you're gonna fight this bitch with your mocos everywhere. Fucking bitch, you fucking my man. Like, and just like all over the place. Like, the fuck you think you're gonna do? Even drunk off of NyQuil, I know how to be sneaky as fuck, okay? So I have my glass still with no water in it. I have my empty glass. I'm going up the stairs, and I make it up the first flight, and I get to the landing, right? The more I go up the stairs, the louder the moaning is getting. So I'm legitimately in the mindset to catch my boyfriend cheating on me, like right now. I go up there, and before I can make it to the top of the stairs, I see Robert sitting in the computer chair with his pants around his ankles, just fucking going at it. I had never seen a dude fucking go at it like he was going, like it was like fucking a monkey, like just fucking, they look like fucking barbarians, they really do. My drunk ass, because I'm drunk off of NyQuil right now, I'm sitting there in the middle of the stairs, and I'm looking at Robert while he's just getting it on with himself. So I come up the stairs like,
ew. What the fuck are you doing?
He jumps up. The minute he hears me, he jumps up, he shuts off the computer screen, he pulls up his pants, and he's like, babe, what are you doing out of bed? Like, trying to yell at me for getting out of bed. Like, don't try to to make this about me. Like, don't be trying to yell at me for getting out of bed. The fuck are you doing watching porn and jacking off while your sick as fuck girlfriend is down in the basement? You drugged her with NyQuil. You didn't even bring her no water. It was the perfect time for you to watch porn and start taking care of yourself. Right? What are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be taking care of me. Like, you're supposed to be babying me. Like, you're supposed to be, I don't know, a fucking boyfriend. I wasn't really fighting with him about the whole porn thing. It was like the timing of it. I had Heather pick me up. I ended up going home and taking care of myself, basically. And he and I, like, had an argument about that. And I was like, you could have waited. You could have told me not to come by. You're fucking sick as fuck. Like, you're so fucking selfish. Like, I can't believe you did that while I was sick. Like, fuck you, right? So we were, like, fighting. We ended up, I don't know, somehow getting past that, right? So now let's fast forward. So about 2 weeks later, my mom had just moved into this really cute ass apartment downtown. She bought this beautiful brick red couch. My mom wanted to paint an accent wall, and it was going to be like a beautiful, like rustic mustard yellow color, and she was going for more of like that Tuscany vibe. It was so cute, and it was such a cute idea, and she needed help painting this wall, right? So she asked me and Robert to come over to her house, and I had been with Robert for almost 2 years at this point, and I really feel like my mom was trying her best to like keep the peace at this point and like try with him. So she was like, why don't you and Robert both come over here and help me paint this wall? We go over to her house, and it's a cute little apartment. It has all of the paint and the roller brushes and stuff. It was like the first time that I ever saw Robert and my mom interact with each other, and they were finally like talking and like laughing and like giggling, and it was like a really good night. We didn't finish until like 8 or 9 in the evening, and so my mom looked at me and she was like, can you like not let him drive home? Why don't you guys stay here and then you guys can leave in the morning? I don't want you guys driving in the snow. The night ended, and you know, he was sleeping in the living room, and I went into my mom's room with her, right? Now my mom, since the time I was a little girl, my mom has never slept the whole night through. She gets up to go to the bathroom, she gets up to go get a glass of water, she'll get up to just check the doors. Like, she's a mom. She'll always like get up and like check the house. My mom has always been a very light sleeper. You can't even like fucking cough in the same room without her waking up and being like, what's going on? What's going on? Like, who's trying to break in my house? We go to sleep, everything's normal. I had a really good talk with my mom, and I felt like we were bonding over the fact that I was in this relationship. And then I woke up to my mom walking into the room, and I was like half asleep, and it was really dark, and it was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I sat up and I was like, Mommy, what's the matter? Like, what's going on? And she goes, I had to pee. So I got up and I went to the bathroom. I glanced into the living room just to check on Robert and make sure he was okay. And he was watching porn on my TV. And my mom, like, for the first time in my life, my mom was telling me to calm down. And she was like, Mija, don't go in there and fight with him right now. You can talk to him about it in the morning. He's like, he was watching porn on my TV. And when he heard me go to the bathroom, he like shut it off. And I was like, what? Please don't fight with him right now. Like, you can talk to him about it in the morning. Because like my mom was like embarrassed too. She was like, what the fuck? Like, I just found him watching porn in my house. One of those like pay-per-view things where you like have to be charged for it. And he charged my mom's Comcast bill with that shit. He actually paid for it with my mama's account. Like, what the fuck do you do when you catch your daughter's boyfriend watching porn in your house, on your cable box, on your TV? Like, what the fuck do you do, right? So she came in the room and she was like, you know, I don't want him in my house anymore. And like, she was like talking, and I was getting up, and she was like, Mija, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. I was like, Mom, he's not gonna be fucking watching porn in your house, Mom. And so she was like, Mija, like, just talk to him about it tomorrow. Like, this is so embarrassing. So I opened the door, everything's already dark. He's like pretending like he's asleep. The TV's off, it's all dark, there are no lights on. He's underneath the blankets, and I went over there and tore the blankets off of him, and I was like, you're watching fucking porn at my mom's house? So he sat up and he was like, what are you talking about? So my mom came out of the room. I was like, I know what I saw. I saw you watching porn in my house. I told Nikki, like, stop fucking lying. Robert, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, are you serious? I was like, get the fuck up and get out. Get the fuck up and get out. He and I were fighting, and I was like, you nasty motherfucker. I was like, I can't believe that you fucking watched porn and my mom mom's house and charged her bill. Are you serious? This was my mother. Like, my mom was there to witness it. Like, she's seen it. She saw you being nasty all up in her living room watching porn at her house. One night. You just had to stay there for one night. You couldn't control yourself for one night? Like, how embarrassing. Like, how fucking embarrassing. My mom ended up having to force me to go back into her room. So my mom gets me back in the bed. My mom like didn't even talk to Robert, and he went to sleep. And so we went to sleep, and I could barely even sleep that night, you guys. Like, I was tossing and turning because I felt like I couldn't trust him. Like, I felt like is he out there watching porn right now? Like, I don't fucking know. The next morning I get up and I'm fucking livid, you guys. Like, I didn't even want to be with him anymore. I was so embarrassed and I was like so done. I woke up the next morning and my mom talked to me like that night before I went to sleep, and like she was like, you know, Mija, maybe he has an addiction. Sometimes, you know, if you have an addiction, you can't control it. And I was like, okay, well, maybe that is it. Like, I don't know. So the next day when we woke up, it was super fucking awkward, and I told Robert to go on a walk with me. And I talked to him and I was like, okay, I was like, I'm really fucking pissed that you decided to do that in my mom's house, that you disrespected my mama's house like that. I was like, and you will never be allowed to be in my mother's house ever again because I don't trust you. The only thing that I can think of, I was like, is that you're like addicted to porn. He got so fucking mad at me for saying that. Like, it was like I was in the wrong, like I was in trouble. Like, he completely flipped the tables and was like, I'm not an addict, I don't fucking do that shit all the time, you know, it was just like a one-time thing and I don't know why I did it, I just got curious. He tried the whole, I didn't know that it was porn, okay, I just clicked on it. I was like, you fucking dumbass, you had to pay for it and authorize it on my mom's cable box. The fuck you mean? Like, you knew it was porn. But he tried to argue with me and argue with me. I didn't know it was porn, I don't have an addiction, I don't have a problem. I don't know what else could cause you to watch porn in your future mother-in-law's house besides you being an addict. I was like, so either you're an addict or you're an asshole. Which one is it? When guys know that they're really wrong and like there's no way to lie about it, they'll just play completely stupid. Like, I didn't know. I had no idea, Nikki. Like, I didn't know that it was porn, okay? Like, I was just curious. Like, what the fuck ever? Like, stop it. You can read. You know it was fucking porn. So, needless to say, Robert and I fought about that for a long time, and I was so unbelievably embarrassed. That is a time that my mom caught my boyfriend watching porn in her house, charging her cable bill for a porn video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up. Also, don't forget to leave your comments and your thoughts down below. Have you ever been through this? Have you or your mother ever caught like your man or your significant other watching porn in her house, or is it just me? Also, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media, including my Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook page. I will leave all of that information down below. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button to be notified of all of my new videos, especially story times every single Thursday here on my channel. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.